What did happen? Merchant collided with merchant. What? Where are they fighting? Here. Oh. We are now experiencing a fight. And because I got hungry, or Angir got hungry, he will eat some fisher berries. Let's eat some more, just to make sure that we are fed. And what is going on between those? They are still fighting. Ooh, what is happening? They're punching themselves, bruising the muscles, and they are still fighting. Who will win? That's interesting. Okay. One of them looks sick, but the other is still fighting. Ooh. One of them vomits already. Okay. Bruising the fat. Another one grabbed him by the second toe of the left foot. And some big merchant is screaming, "Get your goosebone figurine of the werewombat all the way from Third Tricks Drive." So that's what it means to live in town, Angir thinks. Those merchants fighting are still doing the thing. One of them is vomiting, but they are still fighting. Huh. Let's watch that situation unfold to its full glory. Angir and Sekur are just standing there watching the fight, eating fisher berries. One of them fell over. Let's take a closer look at what happened. Okay, this one is enraged at all enemies on the ground and nauseous. His left kidney and guts are in pretty bad shape. It is hair, I think. Yeah, hair. And what about the straight hair merchant? This one is nauseous, just nauseous, and has a bit less of injuries after this fight. But that is a fight between a male and female merchants. Let's wait a little bit longer. The one retches, and it seems like they've stopped fighting. Or will there? There's fighting. I feel very uneasy, said one of the merchants. Okay, the straight hair merchant petted our dog. One of them is still retching, and it seems like they are back. So the fight is gone. The fight is done. Merchant is no longer enraged. Good to know. This clothing shop. Okay, let's see this statue of us Sprangskars. The item is an image of us Sprangskars, the human in the match of dying, deity of luck, gambling, games and death, depicted as male human in limonite. Us Sprangskars is embracing the match of dying. The artwork relates to the belief of the human faint slayer Us Sprangskars in the match of dying in the early summer of '99. So, looking at this figure, it looks like perhaps there was a casino or they were playing some kind of a game nearby, and this human faint slayer, which is a necromancer created creature, had won quite a prize thanks to the help of the deity of luck, gambling, games and death, the match of dying. That's a pretty interesting figure, if I say so myself. And also, let's take a look at this. There's bone carver shop, and there is open space. We can't see anything else. The merchant is still wretches. Oh, Hamel had to stand up. There's a lot going on. There's elf craftsman. There's so much going on that my game is slowing down a bit. Oh, and I'm on the ground. That might also explain why it's taking so long. It's not so easy to notice if you are standing or laying down. A lot of shops of bone carvers. Some general import shop. Perhaps we'll have some luck here. We'll take a look at what is in here. We've got a table And there is Herring Amulet. And a lot of merchants. Perhaps that is some kind of a guild hall for them. There is some more merchants. Some coins. But that was not what I wanted to see. What do you have in this bag? Food mostly. And we are on the ground. Again. Please allow me to stand up. 2 dogs got stuck in there. If we will not go away, too far away, they should return. Will we be able to just slip past those 2 buildings? Yes, we are. That's quite interesting. And what do we have here? It looks like some kind of a temple, I'd say. And looking at all the statues, it's a temple of Ustuth Skałgorge. Let's see. This is a soundstone statue of Ustuth Skałgorge. The item is an image of Ustuth Skałgorge, the dwarf in sandstone. Ustuth Skałgorge is making a plaintive gesture. The artwork relates to the moment when Zalis, the violent lancers, cursed dwarf vampire Ustuth Skałgorge to prowl the night in search of blood in lashed blade in the midwinter of 206. So perhaps the city was going through some belief crisis and the god Zalis did decide to show them why are they worshipping him. Let's see here. There is one of Zephon, one of Keep. So there are some different stages. But the most important one were those of Zalis, the deity. Okay, there is the general imports. I'm wondering where is the tavern, because we've been hearing the calls to tavern keeper, but we haven't seen any tavern keeper or nearby. Oh, a lot is going on here. A lot of things to buy. But I don't think we'll be buying anything of that kind. We are not shopping for earrings or rings right now. And for once, I think we succeeded in not closing any of our friends inside. Let's take a look. Where is the tavern? Because we've seen it. There's the bone cover, leather. There is a warehouse. That might be interesting to visit. Wealth shop. No significant structures here will go around. Bone carver, leather. There are some houses here. Meat market. The Wing of Treasure. That might be the tavern, if I'm not mistaken. 8 companions, one is not visible currently. And all of them are visible right now. And here, a dwarf monk, as usual. Let's talk to the dwarf monk. We'll see why he is traveling. Sekur pets the dog, and the monk introduces himself or herself as Jodo. We'll ask why are they traveling. He's just or she's just out on a stroll. So let's take a look at Jodo. It's her, so it is he. Dwarf, but it is him. What do we have here? Oh, we've been here already. We certainly have been here. Certainly. What is in here? There are some pedestals. It is possible, quite possible, that we are currently in the place of those criminals. You've got some coffers. Are those coffers full or just empty? Some tables, cabinets, but nothing that would indicate the presence of a criminal organization here. Another cabinet. some more coffers, but all of them empty. If that is the place of criminal organization, then they are poor. Oh, that's nice. We've got a pretty nice view here. Oh, and all our animals are here. We'll go down and try to leave this place. Perhaps that was just a tower, and the fact... No, there is this ringleader still. And this ringleader is a goblin. I didn't see that before, but that's quite interesting. And we'll leave that goblin be for now. He said something? Yeah, he was greeting our horse. So, not a truly fearsome creature, I'd say. Perhaps he's just wondering why are we walking through his place. And perhaps this is the tavern. Okay, we've got some sign here. That is the clothing shop sign. So no, that is not the tavern. Got some cloth here and there. A lot of clothes. Oh, that is some kind of a warehouse for them as well. Okay. A lot is happening, but I don't think I'm down. So yeah, I'm traveling quite at the speed that we wanted. The Wing of Treasure. There's the Snacks of Coal. Perhaps here? Tavern Keeper. Where is this Tavern Keeper? I just don't know. Maybe here? Okay, did somebody say something to us? No. Maybe here. Yeah. It seems that we have found our place. Is that a bard? The first one that we've met? That's an animal caretaker. Okay, not a bard. But we are going to visit this place. Yes. And it seems that there's quite a lot of dwarves here. Okay, so here we are in this tavern. Let's take a look at its inhabitants. There is Sekur, who entered the tavern already. We've got one crossbowman, one dwarf bard. So we do meet our first bard. Broad representative. Another representative, this time skinny. A crossbowman. Another representative. Tavern keeper. Well, we've met a tavern keeper. Dwarf poet. Nice. Mercenary. Criminal. And I think I see some more people here. There is lieutenant. Bowman. And one more here. Sunken Eyes Hammerman. Okay. That's nice, but I'm also interested in what's upstairs. Because there must be some rooms, and of course there must be a brown reckless Spider-Man silk web. What was this silkman doing here? It looks like we are tracking him. Almost. Somebody here? No. No one in any of those rooms. Okay, we hear somebody. And we're on the ground. And let's go downstairs. What is going on in here? Nobody's talking. It's quite quiet, I'd say. Nothing's going on. Let's go and talk with... Oh no, I don't want to be jumping. I want to talk to the tavern keeper. Is he here? Yeah, there he is. Let's greet him. My name is Angir and Sekur, the cloth rhythm of frames. Ah, hello, I'm Luto Fisherway. This is the Snacks of Coal. What can I do for you? This servant of Zalis the Violet Lancers greets you. Let's not hurt anybody. Okay, it looks like they have been having some kind of troubles with people hurting another in here. Let's ask about available services, drinks, rooms, etc. The tavern keeper says there is no need for trouble here. We have many drinks to choose from. You receive a list. We rent out rooms for 20 a night. I don't know what kind of currency are they using in here. He's impatient and unassuming. Let's ask about the local ruler to get to know the people of this town a little bit more. The Wispy Council's rules a maze farmed. What beauty, this baroness. I don't care one way or another. So Luto is indifferent when it comes to who is the ruler of this town. Let's see the description. It is hair. Straight hair, extremely long, teeth are tangled, lips are thick, somewhat narrow, sky blue eyes are wide set. She is average in size, she has a high voice, her head is narrow, her small lobed ears are somewhat short, her hair is gold, her skin is sepia. Okay, she's wearing llama wool head veil, jute robe, some dress, skirt, loincloth, and she's carrying a mug filled with some kind of beverage. And that would be about it. Let's speak with somebody else, perhaps a representative. We'll learn who they are. Hello. The tavern keeper pets one of our dogs. Ah, hello. I'm Sek Zelbite. Let's ask him how he's feeling. Everybody's petting our animals. How are you feeling right now? The representative Sek says, I told the story of the appointment of the dwarf Osmic Dipchud to the position of the representative of the helpful tops in the late summer of year 238 at the Snacks of Coal. It pleases me. We can ask about somebody. Help. All. No, not in this way. Let's ask him about his profession. I am a representative. I was once a siege engineer. Let's ask about the local ruler. It is for the best, so he has no problem with the local ruler. Let's ask about how strong this group's hold over its land is. They do not feel challenged at all. So what I was trying to get from Sek is to get to know about if he's the part of this criminal organization that we feel is somewhere around here. Could we ask about the helpful? We know that the helpful tops are in the maze farmed. They have a town called a maze farm somewhere in the Bend Hill. Okay. We know that that is a group of criminals, but I'm not sure if we would start fighting with them if it wouldn't happen that everybody would start fighting with us, instead joining our crusade against this criminal organization. Perhaps I'll try to investigate him. And let's ask about his master boss. Who do you work for? Who? Angir asks angrily, but the representative appears unconvinced. I have nothing to say to you, says Sek, and I believe he is already impatient about us, but we can brag about our past acts. I've told him about how we killed Eddie Brush Trampled, and we'll say goodbye to him. We'll stop talking with him. But there's one more thing that I want to do before we will leave this tavern. There's nothing really interesting happening. We will... But first, let's check the weather. The available sunlight indicates the day, so it is still day in here. And I think that we'll tell a story to everybody. Let's begin a performance. We'll tell a story about... Who can we tell stories about? We could tell a story about Luki. Perhaps we'd tell a story about Mona's Land Gorge. Well, let's see. let us tell the story about Mones Learngorge, or Minat Braidedwets, as we know her. She's a human born in year 158. She's the eldest daughter of Galdir Fedlals and Kuro Kolabut. So we will tell a story of the conclusion of adventure with the human Angir's cold soul after a violent disagreement. Well, we started performing. We'll tell the story to people. We begin the story of the conclusion of adventure with the human Angir's cold soul, the close rhythm of frames by the human Minat Braidedwets after a violent disagreement in the early spring of 250. The tavern keeper keeps speaking to our obese dog that we didn't name yet and tells about someone who became the Holy Spine, about the malicious outlaws who have the camp named Vine Pumpkin somewhere in the Amber Hill, about the dwarf necromancer, about a beast, so it was the rock, about sacred growth of the primitive coven, and about the necromancer again, but this time about some other artifact that this necromancer lost. Then about some other person becoming the holy scale of the Fuchsia Fellowship. The skinny representative seems to be telling a story as well and stumble over the details. So we both stumble over the details, but we will tell the story some further. Sunken Eyes Hammerman tells that the storyteller is terrible, so we are not telling the greatest story, but they are listening. We are still telling story, and the tavern keeper is deeply interested with our obese dog. Resist Chin Crossbowman says this storyteller is alright. Then the skinny representative stumbles over the details and he immediately says, "This storyteller stinks." And the Sunken Eyes Hammerman also says, "This storyteller is just bad." The tavern keeper still talks to our dog and pets him like 3 times. Okay, we are still telling the story, learning new things in the meantime. Still, we are beginning to get drowsy. That's interesting. I stumble about the details. Okay, the storyteller is fine. And the skinny representative finished his performing, and I also concluded my performance. So, see me joke text tell the story of the appointment of the goblin Sek Zilbai to the position of the representative of the Helpful Tops in 250 at the Snacks of Coal. It is interesting. And the tavern keeper says to our obese dog that he heard that the never underestimate the author is in the maze farmed in the Bent Tower. And they should say about our performance, and indeed the tavern keeper says, "I saw Angir's Cold Soul, the close rhythm of frames, tell the story of the conclusion of an adventure with Angir's Cold Soul, the close rhythm of frames by Minat Braidedwets after a violent disagreement in the early spring of 250. It's interesting. Okay, so we are getting drowsy, but I think we could still travel quite a bit. Are we speaking with anybody? No, we are not. So we could leave this place. But let me see the full map, because I think we've got quite ways to go if we would want to go to some other place, because Amaze Farmed is here. Then we've got this fort here, and I would want to go to the town of Entered Plate. For now, I think that was enough happening in one episode, so thank you kindly for the view, and until next time.